want to get into the Institute? Are you insane? Never mind how nearly impossible that is. Even if you were to succeed, it'd almost certainly end in your immediate death. What reason could you possibly have for taking that kind of risk? It's commonly referred to as the molecular relay. I don't understand all the science behind it, but it works. Dematerializes you in one place, rematerializes you in another. I'm sure it sounds crazy, but it's a reality. The relay is the only way in and out of the Institute. You understand? The only one.
Myself and Nick were close to the Corsair, just the matter of some more gunners to deal with first. Once they had dealt with the fire, they would have to deal with me. I had my first opportunity. It was not just gunners in that room. The turret was down, but the fighting continued.
That's the last of them. Come on, asshole!
With the room clear, we were able to make our move to the elevator and towards the top floors of the building. We were now at the top of the building. The Corsair and the gunners had been here recently. But the lift in the centre of the room had been locked off. It would be the long way up for us. The last of the security cameras had been dealt with, leaving us the door the other side of the room as our only way upwards. And the final climb up to the Corsair had started. The last of the gunners could be heard begging for their lives.
Telling the truth!
I don't believe you are.
No, God! Please, no! You don't have to do this, please!
The Corsair would turn out to be as ruthless as me.
Now, are you going to cooperate?
Oh, God! Oh, God! Okay.
I was in no rush to run up and save them. The gunners had brought this upon themselves.
I'm going to get in there. It's just a matter of time. Tell me the password.
Look, I already told you, I don't have it. I'll help you find a way.
I'd found a way up further towards the top of the building. Just a final sweep of this floor to make sure no gunners or synths would follow us up.
Okay, it's just... Now let me think.
Time is running out.
No,
The Corsair killed the last of the gunners and then dealt with the corpses as soon as they rose up again against it.
You've been following me.
The gunners had known synths were weakened by plasma weapons. This I had already been told.
You. Come here. Are you here?
The Corsair was lightly armoured, and as luck would have it, I was carrying the very weapon designed to deal with them.
Even break a sweat. Not that it...
He deserved to die. I know you're not here for me, but I can't get out. Not on my own. I'm going to have to trust you to help me.
I promise not to hurt you.
I guess I don't really have a choice. The guard put the password in a toolbox. Over there. Use it to gain access to the terminal. And open the door.
The synth, this girl, was not my responsibility, but I could not leave her like this. I would have to trust her not to turn on me once I opened the door to her cell. Once opened, the synth approached.
Thank you. I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. You're welcome.
My institute designation is K-198, but I prefer Jenny, so yes, I'm a synth, if you hadn't already guessed. I knew they'd send a courser. I just didn't think he'd find me so fast. I think I would have lost him too, but then I was captured by these mercenaries, and all this happened. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna look for supplies before heading out, and before you ask, no, I don't need any more help. The Commonwealth is unforgiving. I need to make it on my own or I'm dead. Maybe we'll meet again, under better circumstances. I hope we do.
We had only set out today to find and kill a Corsair. Any Corsair would have done. But the fact we hunted down and killed this one meant that an innocent synth, no, girl, would be able to go free and live her life. I had done something today, something that for the first time in a long time was not a selfish act. True, I wanted a Corsair killed, but in doing so I was able to save someone's life. I hoped she would be okay, and would be able to look after herself. But right now we needed to get this chip looked at, and I knew the very people who could help with that. After all, they did owe me some favors.
There's been panic about the new thing floating in the sky.
I thought it was one of Tinker Tom's aliens.
Aliens are real!
Enough! The blimp is called the Pridwin, and it's operated by the Brotherhood of Steel. The Brotherhood of Steel are a formidable, highly advanced order. And they've come here to destroy synths.
Shit.
Spread the word. The Brotherhood
Who
are
needs
our
help?
enemies. There's no possibility of peace. Tinker Tom will be spearheading a fail-safe plan to deal with this Brotherhood, codenamed Red Glare. But for now, we monitor them and keep them clear of our operations. The focus remains on the Institute. You've all got jobs to do. Do them. I have a report here. It reads more like a comic book. Apparently, one hell of a fight took place at Green Tech Genetics.
Yeah, that was me. I took down a courser.
That's what the report says. Hard to believe. I'm all for one less courser in the world, but the conventional wisdom is that you run from them rather than engage them. So why did you kill him?
I needed a courser chip. I need the code on it.
You have one of their chips? Intact? Follow me. Now. Decoding a courser chip is a very delicate operation. A million things can go wrong.
The name's Drummer
The least
Boy.
of which is losing the
It's
data.
mine.
Fortunately, we have
Tinker
the right
Tom's
man
been
for the job.
Oh, hey, Dad. You need something?
Tom, we got a courser chip.
Whoa! For real? Oh, man, it's been ages!
You've hit the jackpot with this. Hand over the chip. Let's see what's on it.
Here you go.
All right, Tom, make it happen.
We're in. Chip accessed. Just poke the analog connectors.
Tom was the right man for the job. This was not
What?
the first Institute
man, don't-
chip
don't
he had
crash.
dealt with,
Hold it
and if
together.
anyone was going to
Memory
decode
hookup.
it would be him.
Encryption algorithms. All right, we're still running. Oh, man. They've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be... Come on, baby. Show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait. They're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. got you, you Institute bastard. I got you. Software in. Come on. Show me that sweet bass number. Come on, baby. And we got it. We got the code. Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
And Agent, I hope that helps you as much as you've helped us. Good work.
We had to once again start our long journey back to Sanctuary. Once there and in the power armor, it would then be time to head back to Virgil.
I don't... Look who it is.
The beast was down, and we still had a long way to go. A wrong turn led us to a place of nightmares, a giant crater in the ground where a town once stood, but now this place was full of all manner of nightmarish creatures.
Lose an extra limb.
The railroad had started paying me back for all the help I'd given them, but now I was a part of them, and their problems would soon be my problems. They were worried about this Brotherhood of Steel. At the time I was unaware of who they really were, apart from a giant blimp in the sky. But a war was coming to the Commonwealth, and soon everyone would have to choose their sides. Home. It was always so welcoming to walk through the gates of Sanctuary. But there was no rest for me. Sturgis was working hard on getting the power armor back to working order and trying to seal all the leaks. And I had plans for improving a hunting rifle I came across. A large scope and a longer barrel. This was both powerful and accurate from long ranges. The last stop before heading back into the glowing sea was to stock up on cooked meat and clean water. It was still dark in the early hours of the morning, but we had to head out early to get to the sea in daylight. If you could call the darkness that is in the glowing sea daylight. We had the chance to stop at Abernathy Farm on the way south, but something was not right on the farm. Fire. Explosions. Super mutants. We had just come in time. We had to save them. As soon as they saw us, the mutants recognized us as the real threat and charged us. All the mutants were down and dead, but how much damage had they done, and was the family safe? Damage to the farm would be hard to recover from, but they were safe.
Mr. Abernathy?
You showed up just in the nick of time.
What did they want?
Ever seen a super mutant camp? God, I wish I had. Food is what they're after. Meaning us.
Thanks for your help, pal.
I was glad to help out.
I can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't been here.
I had managed to do another good deed for the day. I was in danger of getting a good reputation and losing my would-do-anything-for-revenge reputation. Death claws. I was getting close to the glowing sea and needed to avoid combat at all costs. Sneaking past the beast seemed like the best option. But then things took a turn for the unexpected. A giant super mutant chasing a deathclaw down the hill and right past me and Nick. We had to get as far away from here as we could, and fast. It was only Nick that came over that hill. We had lost the two giant beasts. The glowing sea was now opening up in front of us, and the rads started clocking up, and the weather started to take a turn for the worst. And the strange beauty of the glowing sea was before us, a place that few would walk into, and even less would walk out of. But we would not get to Virgil easily, and without a fight.
I don't think we're alone.
The creatures were all dead, and Nick needed help. Things were bad. My power armor was damaged and letting in radiation, and just as bad, we were getting low on ammunition. My shotgun and hunting rifle were okay, but I was out of energy cells, and that last battle had eaten into my fusion cores, and we still had a long way to go before we would be safely away from the glowing sea. Thank you all for listening to my tale. Please like if you did, subscribe to never miss a video, comment below or on Facebook or Twitter with all the links in the description. I'm Shaun, insane in the game, and this was Fallout 4, and I hope to see you all someday in the safe zone.